Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Makeup Dr. Shari. This is the makeup tutorial I did for the look for today. I used the Revlon Colorstay in Carmel. I started to put a little bit on my face already, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to show you what it looks like. So I like to just dot a little bit of it out, and like I said, it's Revlon Colorstay for combination oily skin in 400 Caramel. And it's a very sheer look. I just kind of blend it in. I don't know if you guys notice, I'm doing voiceovers. I figured it out. Hallelujah. I'm just blending it in with my hands. Don't look at my fingernails. Don't look at the fingernails. It took me a while to get to this point today because I was just trying to figure out something to do every day is like a lot of work. My Craftobian foundation, I always say it wrong, foundation palette, it broke, so I used the mirror. It has a big mirror on one side. And I put it on powder. I started to put on Snog loose powder, colorless loose powder, and then I decided I wanted to, so I'm putting that on, and I kind of like press it into the skin a little bit. But I end up moving to the Midnight Luxury Powder Caramello, which I really love. It's like, it gives it a nice look, gives nice coverage, and it has a little tint of color to it. And the Midnight Powers are relatively inexpensive too. So the Revlon Colorstay is it's a much more sheer foundation than what I normally use, which would be like the Napoleon Perdis foundation stick. But here I'm just doing something different with a sheer foundation, so you can see more of my skin through it. Then I'm going to the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm using Sable with the full eyeshadow brush just to cover the entire lid. For me, Sable is a very neutral color, almost skin tone. And then Moonbeam by Benefit. It is an illuminator. It says iridescent complexion enhancer. Ooh la la. The bottle reads, unleash the luster of the moon with this golden apricot perfector. Huh. Yeah, this is the first time I ever read the bottle. So it's supposed to give kind of a glow, so I'm just kind of putting on highlight areas, and I was like, I don't normally start with this, but I was like, what the heck? I'm going to try something different. Even try a little bit on the bridge of the nose. Now, interestingly enough, putting this on the eye, it's not just iridescent, it almost looks a little reddish. Like it ends up being a little rosy. And I just put it over the entire eye area there. So I'm going to do the same over here. And I have paletted out part of that, so I'm just using what's on the palette. Then, as if my forehead is not big enough, I put it on my forehead. So I don't know if you guys watched today's Devotional Diva where we were talking about belief. Think about that. What do you believe? I want to hear about that. I am using the Ben Nye True Red lip crayon. It's called MagiColor Cream Crayon. It actually goes on really smooth. It's definitely not for use in the eye area. It goes on really smooth. It stays on nicely. I didn't even use a liner with it. I was really surprised how well it worked. Very inexpensive as well. I did try to, I'll still see here, I tried to mat it down with a little bit of powder. But I was very impressed with the coverage. And that's my lip crayon, so I don't bother paleting it out. I just never wear it. And here I got my Lorac Pro palette, which has been around for a while, and I think you can still get it. I am going for the Espresso. It is a very dark brown, and I was like, I'm just going to put a little contour in here. I wasn't going to do contour, but I can't help it. So you can see above the contour, you can still see the moonbeam. And I'm going for a red blush. I bought this brush palette a while back, and I don't have the names. I think they were just numbers. But it's the Stilazzi brush palette. I think it was like $35 on sale. It was something ridiculous, and it's been such a good buy for me. So I'm just like, I'm just going to do something really red. Here I go putting some, I'm just putting loose powder, sheer colorless loose powder on my lips. It kind of sets the lipstick and mats it a little bit. That's the Snog loose powder. A young black girl in New York, I think, is the one that designed Snog. And I am not sure. I bought that a while back and just opened it up recently. I hope she's still in business because she has some really good products. So I just pat it on with an eyeshadow brush to just mat it out. And like I said, I'm just using colorless loose powder. Putting that moonbeam above my top lip really made, I feel like it made my lips stand out. The edge of my lips stand out a lot more. I love my Bedazzle brush. So worth the money. Just kind of blending things in. Now I'm going to the Lorac Pro palette again, where I chose Champagne and just put it on the eye because I felt like the moonbeam didn't pop enough. So I was like, I'm going to do Champagne on the eye to make it pop a little bit more. Gotta keep them eyes popping. I'm putting some more, I put some more foundation there. Just to kind of clean up, to make it a little bit cleaner so there's not any eyeshadow on that coming down the edge there. I'm using my eyeliner that I probably need to replace because I've had it for a while. It's the L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black in Liner Intense. So intense. When I do my eyeliner, I usually just like to start at the middle and go out, and then I'll come in and do the inside line. I usually just do kind of a tiny wing, nothing fancy. I go, you can see I'm going in the inside there. So I work from the middle out, and then I go in the inside again. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then I'm going to go again. Start from the middle and go out, and hopefully I won't cover it up, and then I kind of go the inside. I apologize for covering up what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I really wasn't, it's hard for me to pay attention to what it looks like on the screen. I'll try to do better next time. there and trying to line it up to do the wing. Wingman. Just a little bitty wing. And I think I put some mascara on and I'm good to go.